Welcome to the chemistry class. We can begin it with a prayer, with a silent prayer. Our first chapter is basic concepts. Some basic concepts of chemistry. And here, when you see the chapter in your textbook, a lot of things are given as introduction. That includes the various steps in the development of chemistry. And the history of chemistry in India. India is very important in the history of chemistry. The discovery of soap, mercury compounds, such things are our contribution. So chemistry that is very much related to the ancient Indian culture. Indian dyes. Indian dyes are very famous. So in the first part of the chapter, as an introduction, all these things are given, and the importance of chemistry. Chemistry is very important because of its involvement in the industry. Sulfuric acid is known as king of chemicals. And the industrial capacity of a country is measured on the basis of consumption and production of sulfuric acid. That will clearly tell you the importance of chemistry. So here, I'm not going to the details of such things. After that, the energy, the concept of energy, matter are introduced, and the classification of matter. When we study matter, we have to see the terms, elements, molecules, atoms, compounds, mixtures, such terms, all these things you have studied in your lower classes. And then something about the units. For measuring length, we have various units such as centimeter, meter, foot, similarly inch, such units are there. And to measure the weight, we have various units such as gram, kilogram, pound. So a small description about the units. There are various systems. CGS system, centimeter, gram, second, that is CGS. SI unit, System International. Such things are explained there. You will study it in detail in the subject physics. So today, our discussion will begin with the scientific notation. What is meant by scientific notation, or how will you represent a value according to scientific notation? That is our topic. Scientific notation, that is also known as exponential notation, in which any number can be represented in the form of n into 10 raised to n. Here, this n is capital N and this n is small letter n. And this n, capital N, is known as digit term. Its value should be in between 1.00, etc. and 9.999, etc. And the small n, that is an exponent which has positive or negative value. For example, 232.508. How can you represent it in scientific notation? Can you write it as 232.508? No, because the value should be in between 1.00. The digit term should be in between 1.000 and 9.999. And 232 is not in between these two. 23.2? No, that also not in between these two. What about 2.32508? Yes, that is in between 1 and 9.999. So this can be represented as 2.32508 into 10 raised to. What should be the power? This point is shifted 2 places to the left. So the power also equal to 2. So 2.32508 into 10 raised to 2. That is a scientific notation. While writing scientific notation, here the decimal had to be moved to the left by 2 places, and same is the exponent. That is 2 of 10 in the scientific notation. And now you may be confused with the various operations such as multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Is it possible to multiply using scientific notation? Is it possible to add using scientific notation? To clarify it, we can see some examples. Multiplication. Here, see the example, 5.6 into 10 raised to 5. Into 6.9 into 10 raised to 8. These two are given in scientific notation. Here, for the multiplication, you have to multiply the integer part, 5.6 into 6.9, 5.6 into 6.9. Then multiply the exponential part, 10 raised to 5 into 10 raised to 8. 10 raised to 5 into 10 raised to 8 can be written as 10 raised to 5 plus 8. So 5.6 into 6.9, that is equal to 38.64 into 10 raised to 5 plus 8, 13. But it is not scientific notation. How will you write it in scientific notation? 38.64 have to be written as 3.864 into, now it is not 10 raised to 13, now it is 10 raised to 14. 1 place to the left. So you have to add 1 to this one, 10 raised to 14. Another example, 9.8 into 10 raised to minus 2 into 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 6. Integer part 9.8 into 2.5, exponential part 10 raised to minus 2 into 10 raised to minus 6. That is 10 raised to minus 2 plus minus 6. When you multiply these two, you will get 24.50 into 10 raised to minus 8. 1 place to the left, 2.450 into 10 raised to minus 7. For the subtraction, 2.7 into 10 raised to minus 3 divided by 5.5 into 10 raised to 4. Here, 2.7 divided by 5.5. 10 raised to minus 3 divided by 10 raised to 4 can be written as 10 raised to minus 3 minus 4. 10 raised to minus 3 minus 4. And this value is 0.4909 into 10 raised to minus 7. Here, to write it in the scientific notation, we have to move this decimal point 1 place to the right. If you want to move it 1 place to the right, you have to multiply it with the 10 raised to minus 1. So 10 raised to minus 1 into 10 raised to minus 7, that is equal to 10 raised to minus 1 plus minus 7 equal to 10 raised to minus 8. So the answer is 4.909 into 10 raised to minus 8. And what will be the case in the case of in addition and the subtraction? Take an example, 6.65 into 10 raised to 4 plus 8.95 into 10 raised to 3. Here, the powers are different. Here it is 10 raised to 4 and here it is 10 raised to 3. Addition is possible only if the powers are same. You can convert 8.95 into 10 raised to 3 to 0.895 into 10 raised to 4, isn't it? If you move this decimal point 1 place to the left, you have to multiply it to the 10 raised to 1 or 10. 10 raised to 1 into 10 raised to 3, 10 raised to 3 plus 1, that is 10 raised to 4. 6.65 into 10 raised to 4 plus 0.895 into 10 raised to 4. Now the powers are same. We can take it out of the bracket, 10 raised to 4, and the addition is now possible. 7.545 into 10 raised to 4. In the case of subtraction, we have to use the same method. 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 2 minus 4.8 into 10 raised to minus 3. Here minus 2 and minus 3 are the powers. They are different, so we have to make the powers equal. Here you move this decimal point one place to the left. Then you have to multiply to the 10 raised to 1. So 10 raised to 1 into 10 raised to minus 3, that is 10 raised to 1 minus 3, that is 10 raised to minus 2. Now the powers are same. Take it out of the bracket. Now the addition is, subtraction is possible. 2.5 minus 0.48 into 10 raised to minus 2 equal to 2 into 2.02 into 10 raised to minus 2. Now some examples to write in scientific notation. I'll explain only the first one. You have to write answers to the remaining. 0.0048. In scientific notation, the value should be in between, the integer part should be in between 1.0002, 9.9999. So we have to write it as 4.8. How will you write it as 4.8? You have to move this decimal point 3 places to the right. If you are moving in 3 places to the right, you have to multiply to the 10 raised to minus 3. So 4.8 into 10 raised to minus 3 is the answer. Similarly, you write answers to the remaining questions, and it is enough for today.